Hi there guys, it's Joel here from Aussie Chart Trends. Today's market update is for the week ending Friday the 2nd of November 2012. In today's update, it's proudly brought to you by the guys over at tradingforbonds.com.au. Feel free to pop past their website over there. My updates are regularly featured on their website. You'll find a really good read. There's a good article there on the 1987 crash. And also you can put in your name here and your email address to get some free information. So firstly, we're going to take a look at the smp500, but before we do that, I've just got to remind everyone that aussiecharttrends.com.au and this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in this video is intended to be used as any form of investment advice. I'm not a licensed professional. You need to make your own decisions regarding your investments. I'm just here to help anyone searching for a practical direction in today's markets. So firstly, we're going to take a long-term view of the smp500 and see where we're really at this moment in the markets. Because if we go back to the all-time high of 2007 here, we created a very complex looking head and shoulders pattern. And you could almost say that we had a left shoulder, a double head, and then a right shoulder form. Then we seen that the market broke down, met its minimum expected move, rallied back up to the neckline, couldn't quite get over that area, and then we seen the financial crisis take place. Ever since then, we've had a strong rally up, and we had a large inverted head and shoulders pattern here, with a left shoulder here, a head, a right shoulder with a little handle pattern, which gave us a good target around the 1340, 1350 area by memory. If we just measure the depth of that pattern, we had an expectation all the way back here that the markets were going to rally up to this level. And as you can see, the markets did exactly that, and then they resisted back down. We created another head and shoulders pattern here in all of 2011. It was a fairly large pattern, and it was similar to the one of 2007, but not quite as large. And as you can see there, the markets broke down, met their minimum expected target by measuring the depth of the head and adding that on to where the market broke down. Then the markets have proceeded to rally up again. We had a very, very small head and shoulders topping formation up here, and then the markets come down, and now we've rallied on back up, and not very much. As you can see, the moves are getting smaller in general. So let's just zoom in on this area now and see what's really going on with the smp500. Looking on the hourly chart here of the smp500, we've been observing on a daily basis this market for some time, and as you can see in early August, we created what appeared to be a very small head and shoulders topping formation, but we never broke that red neckline, and the markets rallied back on up, and we've been observing this triple top pattern. Now, this triple top formation has an expected target of around the 1382 area. By measuring the depth of this pattern and adding that on to where the market broke down from this neckline, we could see that we have an expected move of the 1382 area. But I'm of the opinion that this target will get met eventually, because I think that we are looking at a head and shoulders topping formation. Now, for this market to be a confirmed head and shoulders topping formation, we must see this red neckline get taken out, because this is not a head and shoulders topping formation until that support level breaks. And then when that level does break, we can expect a measured move. If we just measure the depth somewhere here in the middle and we add that onto where the neckline is, we could expect a correction all the way down to around the 1330 area as an expected target. So we do have a support level there around the 1330 level, but if we went any lower, I would say that we'd be looking around the 1300 area. So guys, the smp500 is looking very toppy at the moment, but we do need to see this level get taken out, because if we did rally on back up over this last peak that we just had here, well, it is possible then that the smp500 would want to rally on back up and maybe up into the 1500s. So for now, guys, keep that 1405 level in mind. Looking on the hourly chart here of the asx200, we can see the market has come down in a descending channel, and we had a break of that top channel line, and we were looking for a potential bounce of this area here that I had drawn over these two peaks. Now, my view was if we were able to get over this area, that I would be bullish on this market. But as you can see, the market clearly tagged on this area, and then we had a move straight back down. Now, we've also been looking at the big picture, that we also are looking at a head and shoulders topping formation. Now, this yellow line would be our neckline to our head and shoulders top. Now, guys, as far as I'm concerned, this is a confirmed pattern. As you can see, we've got a left shoulder over here, a head, and a right shoulder. Now, on Friday's trade, we clearly broke through this area. Now, the markets have just hovered around this area. So from this pattern, we can expect, by measuring the depth of this pattern and adding that on to where the market broke down, that we have a move down to around that 4,370 area as an expected target out of this pattern. Now, that's not to say that we'll stop here and that we'll bounce and head on back up, but it is to say that this market is looking toppy, and if you're long in this market, I'd be very careful. I would say that the asx200 may start heading down early next week, and that we should get down to that 4,370 level fairly quickly. So guys, that pretty much wraps up today's summary of the markets. I really hope that you guys are benefiting from these videos. All I do ask is that you spread the word about the website, and that if you could subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. And thanks for your emails and your support. And thank you to those that donated to the website. I really appreciate that donation. And it just helps me to service the website and keep this service free. If you are interested in making a donation, just pop past the website there, and just down here I've got the little donate button there with PayPal. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll be back on Monday with a fresh daily market update.